Hey everyone, Costco review guy here. Today we're going to be doing a review on the Costco A-iPower 2600 PSI 196cc motorized pressure washer. So what I wanted to do was just wanted to, for the summer, kind of wanted to do some stuff around the house. Want to power wash my deck so I could stain it, clean out the garage, wash the car, just use the pressure washer for some of the area rugs. I mean, there's just so many things you can do with a power washer. I've used one before. It wasn't mine, it was my father-in-law's, and it was electric, so it didn't have a motor on it. But the issue was the power was just not strong enough, right? So this one is gas power, so similar to like a lawnmower that you would have. I unboxed it. It's a pretty heavy box. I mean, it's almost like pretty close to 80 pounds. So, like someone, like an adult can probably do it on their own. It took me about a good 10 minutes to put this together. Quite easy, no tools are required. So the only parts that comes with it is this handlebar actually comes off. As you can see here, there's two latches here. You kind of just use this thing to kind of clip it on and twist it, so it's quite easy. The other part would be this portion of it, which is the barrel. You would kind of screw into it, and then also with the wire here, it goes up to it's actually quite a long wire, so this is where you would kind of connect to it, to the gun portion, and then the other portion is down there. You just kind of screw it in, and then there's also this this latch where it can connect to it. You can kind of just take it off as you wish, but this is just for holding all these wires. Quite simple, and that was it. And then also, as you can see down here, this is where you would attach the water line into the power washer, and then away you go. So because it's a motorized power washer, so you do need to put in gas in it. So I've been putting in regular gas. I don't think it's going to be an issue. I mean, I used the gas for my lawnmower, which was fine, but you do need to put in motor oil. That's the thing. So fortunately, the box actually comes with a bottle of engine oil, and the engine oil, they're only asking to pour in like probably like a quarter of it. So as of right now, I still have pretty much a full bottle left. And so obviously you would probably there is a place where you want to kind of jump start this thing if the engine is kind of cool. Is cold. You need to use this to jump start it, and then as you can see here, there's a plastic wrapped on to the on-off button. So once the engine, they call it a choke, right? So for those of you that ride a motorcycle, you probably know what this thing is for. So what the choke does is that if the engine is cold, what you probably want to do is inject some fuel into it first, and then what you want to do is pull this latch. So for those of you that has a lawnmower, this wouldn't be new. Anyways, so as you can see here, for those of you that had used a power washer before, there is 4 different head that you can actually attach to it. And the reason why they have these different ones is how powerful the outlet comes out from the power washer. So with 0, that's the strongest one it will get. And then obviously 15, 25, and 40, and they're segmented by the different colors. So in the instruction book already tells you what service area you probably want to use, right? So I recently just did my deck because I was trying to get some old stain to come out from it. So what I did was I actually used 15. From a distance, which I shouldn't, and I'll show you why. Okay. So hi everyone. As you can see here, I did managed to get some of the paint chips off, and then it started to rain, so I just went inside, but I'm gonna finish the job at a later time. So as you can see, I got took me about 15 minutes to get majority of the paint out, so stripped it all down. But as you can see here, you can tell the difference. So this is bare, and then you can still see the paint on it, so it's gonna take me a little bit of time. But what I did was I actually went so close to here with the 15 degrees outlet, and it just ripped out all the wood, which I shouldn't have done. And the worst part was I went so close and just ripped out all the white paints on here. So I mean, that's bad news, so don't do what I do. Yeah, so I would be mindful. So instead of going so close, you probably want to stay relatively safer distance. Otherwise, just more work for you down the road, because now you got to repaint all that stuff. So as you can see here, it's working perfectly for a car. So you just need to make sure you choose the right outlet to make sure you don't damage the paint, right? So they actually have some sort of recommendation telling you what you should be using. So for example, if you're using on wood, you should be only using maximum at 15 degrees kind of thing. So what really happens essentially is how powerful the outlet is how small it is, and that's where the pressure comes from the gas motor. You can actually put some soap into the machine as well, so as you can see there. So I'm just gonna finish the car, and I'm gonna show you what it's gonna look like if we put it on some of the vinyls or some of the concrete and whatnot. All right, guys. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but you take a look. It's pretty dirty on the wood, right? So I'm using the same power outlet as the one that I'm using for the car, because essentially what it is these are metal wrappers, but you are, along the side of the wood. The last thing you probably want to do is got some wood chips, getting the paint chips off, right? And that's exactly what you do not want to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm using the same outlet I'm using for the car, so it's a little bit lighter, but as you can see, like, it really gets the job done. So you see all that dirty water that's coming out? Holy, yeah. Yep, here you go. And you see all that dirt that's coming out? Oh yeah. That's the type of stuff. Spring cleaning, baby. So as you can see here, for those of you that had used a power washer before, there is 4 different head that you can actually attach to it. And the reason why they have these different ones is how powerful the outlet comes out from the power washer. So with 0, that's the strongest one it will get. And then obviously 15, 25, and 40, and they're segmented by the different colors. So in the instruction book already tells you what service area you probably want to use, right? So I recently just did my deck because I was trying to get some old stain to come out from it. So what I did was I actually used 15 from a distance, which I shouldn't, and I'll show you why, okay?